What a day it was for Colin Montgomery here, going for it into his second at the par 5 17th. The shots like this, a big part of how Monty secured his 6th career win on the PGA Tour Champions. You'll hear from Monty and see all the day's highlights right now on Golf Central.
Golf Central. Brought to you by Titleist.
Lisa Cornwell, Billy Kratzer, great to have you with us on this Sunday evening. Hope you've had a great weekend. Golf Central taking over PGA Tour Champions. And how about Colin Montgomery? You said it just a minute ago, Billy. Look, we've all been watching Colin Montgomery do his thing over the years, but he's really doing now what we expected him to do on the PGA Tour Champions.
Yeah, and when it meant the most today, this is when Colin came through. He shot at 8 under 64. He only missed a couple of fairways, and when you look at the body of work that he has done in the last 2 rounds, he has not made a bogey the last 32 holes that he's played. So this is what we expect of Colin. We know that he likes to work the ball left to right. He finds a lot of fairways, finds a lot of greens. It just all depends if he makes the putts, Lisa.
And he's made a lot of putts the last couple of years. Let's take a look at not only the putts he made, but some of the shots that he hit to secure this title, starting, well, with a birdie putt here at 10, Billy.
Well, this par 4 and this birdie putt coming across the green, and when you shoot 64, you make a lot of putts.
Most of us have only heard that. We don't know about it directly. Vijay Singh, his second at 12. It's a par 5. Yeah,
coming over the water, and you would think that every par 5 is a birdie hole for Vijay Singh, and especially downwind.
Yeah, amazing how softly it landed going downwind like that. He would make that eagle, get to 1 shot back at -11. Now to Pavin for birdie at 13.
Yeah, he is so good with this putter. I mean, this putter has to be 50 years old that Corey uses, and nice birdie there.
I didn't see it. Is it still the old bullseye?
Oh, it's the old bullseye.
Oh, of course it is. Speaking of familiar things, that Colin Montgomery swing, we have seen it time and time again, and you can just, results like this.
Yeah, you can just see the confidence with Monty, with what he's doing, with how he's playing, even though it winds up in a little sprinkler head. Just knowing where the ball is going every time he strikes it. And then at the par 4 14th hole, you know, when he starts staring at it like that, you know it's good. He utilizes the slope of the green perfectly, gets it behind the hole. All the players that really win at that flagstick, Lisa, actually went over the green, so very smart play by Monty there.
So back-to-back birdies for him, and back to Pavin we go for birdie at 16.
Well, trying to crawl up that slope, did not hit a good iron shot from the middle of the fairway, and it would lead to a 3-putt for Corey.
And that would put him 2 shots back at -12. You don't see that very often from this man. Colin Montgomery trying to take advantage at 15 with another birdie opportunity.
Well, just off the edge of the green, you can see coming through the fairway cut, through the fringe, and dead center for Monty.
We give him a 3-shot advantage at that time, as you can see at -15. Montgomery now his second at the par 5 17th.
And Doug Garwood just made eagle here to get to 13, so he cut into the lead. VJ made birdie, and then Monty comes up with a big shot. He almost makes the albatross.
That one had eyes on it.
Yes, it did.
Oh, the crowd would have erupted if he would have made that. Monty might have jumped a foot off the ground.
Oh, yeah.
One more here.
It would be called the paper jump. He can get over a piece of paper.
Yeah, my 3-inch vertical knows all about that. But nonetheless, it was easy for him to secure this one. Colin Montgomery, the numbers to back up his 6th PGA Tour title as we take a look at the scores. Monty, you mentioned it early, Billy, bogey-free his last 32 holes. He only missed 6 fairways all week and 12 of 14 scrambling. Numbers like that usually result in things like what happened to him today.
And I think that's a key. The 12 of 14 scrambling, that is really nice work by Monty, because he has a tendency to miss the short putts. He has a tendency to get upset when he doesn't strike the ball as well as he would like. But this was Monty's week. He played brilliantly. He shoots 64 today. He's the champ, and he's playing well going into the playoffs.
And it takes a ton of pressure off his iron game as well when you know you can do things like that. This is a 6th PGA Tour Champions title for Montgomery. Over the last 4 seasons, only Bernhard Langer has racked up more wins on the circuit. Montgomery is one of 4 players with at least 1 win in each of the last 4 seasons as well. He can be dominant when he wants to be. He can be intimidating when he wants to be, but there's something about Colin Montgomery when he gets in that type of situation. It's still hard for me to believe he never won on the PGA Tour, because it seems like he has ice water running through his veins. Maybe he's just now found that ice water and he's using it when he needs to.
Yeah, he had probably his best chance to win, although he did lose a playoff in the PGA Championship. But probably his best chance to win on the PGA Tour was the U.S. Open at Winged Foot. We all kind of think that it was Phil Mickelson that he threw it away, but actually Monty, if he puts it on the green in 2 putts, he becomes the champ. But he's just been such a good player. 8 times in a row he won the European Order of Merit on the money list. So he's just been a quality player. But like I said, the key for him, he's playing well right now. There are a lot of guys going into the playoffs right now playing quite well. So Langer's going to have his work cut out.
It's a really good time to be peaking because, as you mentioned, we are gearing up for the playoffs. This was the SAS Championship, the last regular season event before we get into things. And you can see the field size begins at 72 and then cuts down like what the PGA Tour does every single week.
Yeah, just dwindling every week. And, you know, certainly if you can get into that top 5 at the Charles Schwab Cup Championship, you know, then you pretty much control whether you're going to be the champion or not, because if you go on and win, then you are the winner.
What are your expectations as we look ahead? Of course, a lot of the focus will be on Bernhard Langer, but the legitimate contenders, and there are many
True.
players right now who feel like they're in good position and are also playing great golf at the right time.
I think if they can keep Langer off of their mind and just play the game of golf. Monty has the tendency to let Bernhard Langer, just the name, get into his head from time to time. And I've followed him enough to know that he would dearly love to beat his friend Bernhard Langer, but like I said, he's going to have to really play well, because Langer, this was an off week. He didn't have his best stuff this week. He shot 72 in the opening round, and he did that with 2 birdies on the final 2 holes. But Langer's going to be ready, so it's going to be fun to watch these guys go through the playoffs.
Langer's one of those players out there. All players are watching and seeing what's going on. Back in his heyday, 14-time major winner Tiger Woods was the exact same way. And you have to think it's still the case today, even though we haven't seen him in action in quite some time. This just in. Let's go ahead and show you Tiger Woods. Some bigger swings, and I love it. He's wearing the famous Sunday red and black.
Red and black, the University of Georgia colors, but I'm not going to go there.
I don't think that's why he's wearing.
I like what I'm seeing. There's some speed there. I love the posture. I love the way that he is standing tall to the ball. The arms, they just hang, you know, without tension from the shoulders. Everything looks pretty much in line. There was a time when he was aimed way to the left, but he's delivering the club with some speed. I like what I see. You know, look at the top of the golf swing, where that club is positioned, right over the right shoulder. Then he can go ahead and utilize the hips. I did not think I would see this much hip action with Tiger this early. But
and it's a full wraparound follow through with that upper body. We weren't seeing that toward the end. It looked like he was holding off just a little bit, don't you think?
Yeah, and when you look at his finish, look at that. On the front leg, the finish, that is sticking a finish right there. And I actually like what I see. When you think that he had back surgery a few months ago, to be able to swing the driver and to hit shots, that's impressive.
Again, Tiger Woods just posting this video, and as a reminder, he hasn't played since the Dubai Desert Classic. That was just a little over 8 months ago. Great to see Tiger swinging hard at it. It was a big payday for 41-year-old Pat Perez, earning his 3rd PGA Tour title early this morning in Malaysia. You'll hear from Perez about the significance of this one coming up. Plus, Tyrrell Hatton goes back-to-back on the European Tour. We'll show you the thrilling finish that secured his 5th Euro victory. That's ahead on Golf Central.
Golf Central is brought to you by Titleist, the #1 ball at the CIMB Classic. Bushnell Golf and the Pro X2 with enhanced slope switch technology.